Yo, what's up, everybody? Let me start off by saying this ain't a white show. This ain't a black show. Nigga, this is.
TaijhTV.
Let's get it. I put the link in my last status on Facebook if you wanted to join. A lot of people said they did. I don't know. They ain't here. I posted that shit like 40 minutes ago. I don't know. I've come to the conclusion that I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing anymore. I think I've changed this date of the show in the last 3 weeks 3 times. I really do believe that. Wholeheartedly. Oh. The reason why I am coming on today, I'm going to talk about Sha'Carri Richards. Sha'Carri Richards, she is a Olympian, beautiful black woman. Very, how can I say, eccentric? Long nails, fucking colored hair. She's a lesbian. Yeah, she is. She's a lesbian. I want to talk about her and her smoking the weed. I don't know. I'm just fucking with shit right now. Now we're going to talk about her. I want all you guys to join me, join the conversation. Like I said in the last status that I posted on my Facebook, I put the link to the show. We're also going to hit on Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby's out. That's only if you really give a fuck. I'll see, what the temperature is like out there in the Facebook world, in the YouTube world. We'll get to it. But first off, let me play my guy, Clinch. Let's go, Clinch.
Game spitter, never a lame nigga. When I get a meal, I'ma be the same nigga. Always lead the ones who just came with them. And I'm feeling the pain, it's the heaviest rain hit them. And I don't really care if I'm on TV. Long as my raps hit, nigga, on your blood IV. It's like your laptop had no address IP. Like a bad bitch with no IG. But I'm the champ, and I stay lit like a lamp. If I rode skateboard, I will always hit a rant. Not at the post office, but I'm always keep a stamp. I'm the new Kanye West, and I'm always on a rant. Better know it still come off polite. And I rap for the broke that never got an invite. I just manifest. What's the time of the flight? You really gotta force it cause the timing is right. You gotta work first in order to earn one. If you play country, man, you might learn some. I don't just surf first, then I first come. If we met on cool terms, then we might burn. When I get high, get fly. That's an everyday thing. Sometimes I feel down, but I'm an everyday king. And they fuck with country, man, all the way in Beijing. Just a big pothead, I'm big cool on the lean, now nigga.
One single don't make you the shit. Stay true.
That was Clinch. We're just gonna play his freestyle. I like that freestyle. I'll say every day I'm in the gym, I listen to that freestyle at least once. He has another song that's a freestyle as well that he just uploaded, I believe within a week's period. Clinch is a dope guy. Make sure you guys subscribe to Clinch. Anyhow, let's get to the business. Let's get to Sha'Carri. Am I saying her name right? Is it Sha'Carri or Sha'Carri? I don't know. Black shit. That's what it is. Black shit. So let's let's get to this, because a lot of y'all are just so pro-black that you don't believe in rules anymore. You don't believe in violations. Fuck, you don't believe that these millionaires, these gifted millionaires, and she is a gifted millionaire, you don't believe that they have to follow rules. Well, she does. And she got a nigga wake-up call for smoking the weed. Yes, she's smoking the weed. I'm going to read NBC News right now. You guys keep up. We'll play some video, because whoever her PR is, whoever the people in her corner is, they are failing her. They're failing her big time. Big fucking time. And I don't like it. This isn't all on her. This is on her fucking team. I've given you guys the feelings I have about a stable team. They should be willing to take a bullet for you if you are the bag. It's simple. Too many people are unloyal. Too many people hate you behind your back. People that you shelter, that you feed, they hate you. They want you to fail. And I believe people in her corner don't have her best interest at heart. It's not on her. Well, not all the way on her. But her team gets some responsibility here as well. Anyway, NBC News says U.S. track sensation Sha'Carri Richardson, who punched her ticket to the Tokyo Games after winning the women's 100-meter race last month, has been suspended from the Olympic team after testing positive for THC. Richardson failed a drug test following her Olympic qualifying 100-meter race victory at the U.S. Olympic track and field trials in Eugene, Oregon on June 19th. So she's failed this. Was June 19th on Juneteenth? She was out there partying. We'll get to it. Richardson's competitive results obtained by June 19th, 2021, including her Olympic qualifying results at the team trials, have been disqualified, and she forfeits any medals, points, and prizes. A statement from the USADA. She accepted a 1-month period of ineligibility that began June 28th of 2021. So she's known about this since the 19th. She's known about this since the 19th. We're just coming privy to the information right now. Dylan Johnson on the check-in. We're just coming to this information right now. But she's known since Juneteenth. Now, she did have a mother, her biological mother, who did pass away. I read conflicting reports. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. But I read that her mother wasn't even in her life. I could be wrong. She didn't seem too sad and upset about it when she ran and hugged her grandmother full of love. And now people are caping for her, fans like myself, and I'm a fan of hers. I wanted her to succeed. Many people are caping for her, blaming it on the death of her mother. Shout out to you niggas. Shout out to all of you. Let this woman ruin her life. That's what you're doing. You're letting her ruin her life, her career. She dropped dirty Juneteenth. Now, I know how Negroes do Juneteenth. I seen it all on Facebook. Niggas is partying, gyrating their hips, smoking blunts, drinking 40s. Now, she got caught up on the nigga train. That's what she got caught up doing. And her team failed her because they should have said, hey, listen here, girl. You're going to the Olympics. You got to represent us, the race, and America. Nobody in her team had her back to say, you're fucking up. Nobody. She's a professional athlete. Professional. She is to follow the rules. Doesn't matter how ridiculous they are. She gets paid millions of dollars in sponsorship to follow rules and win tracking events, I should say. You guys giving her excuses are just enabling her to continue and further the decline in her career. Now you'll sit back and you'll say, she's not declining. She was smoking weed and she smoked everybody. She ran a 10-something first in the 100-yard dash, 100-meter dash. If you ask me, that makes her overqualified. That's what I heard. That's what I heard from plenty of people. People of color and people who sympathize with people of color say this. This is why Black Americans fail at the highest degrees. This is why we're not respected and we're not tolerated in the highest circles on the land. And I'm not talking about one person, your Jay-Z's, your Oprahs of the world. I'm talking about as a whole. Because we romanticize and accept this type of behavior. We romanticize and accept this type of behavior from our influential people. You see, you guys made these motherfuckers your role models. They're not role models, they're athletes. But you've made them your role models, the way you prep them up on pedestals. And when they fail, you don't call them out on it. To me, that's a problem. It's a bigger picture to this. It's a bigger picture. Did you guys hear what Tokyo said last month? That athletes cannot wear Black Lives Matter gear. Did you hear that? I said it on this show if you were paying attention. Or did you just want the nigga shit? Maybe, maybe not. So what just happened today or yesterday? Tokyo said that the swimmers will not be wearing the head caps that fit natural Black woman's hair or Black men's hair. Locks, afros, such and such, such and such. They don't respect us. This ain't the whites. This ain't the white man bringing me down. It's the world. There's a bigger picture here. The world doesn't respect us because we accept shit like this. We make romanticizing posts on this woman fucking up. We give her outs. We give all of them, not just fucking her, all of them. We give them all outs. And we wonder why the world doesn't respect us. You can't follow a simple rule as to not smoking weed. Simple. When I made my argument on Facebook, everybody, oh, you act like you've never made a mistake. I have, but I'm not an athlete going to the Olympics. What the fuck are y'all talking about? You're going to talk about my mistakes compared to an athlete going to the Olympics? Now, I live in a state where you can smoke weed legally. I live in Arizona. You don't see me smoking it because my job doesn't allow it. I'm not going to ruin my career on weed. Hold on, let me say that again. Weed. That's not going to happen. And if it happened, I wouldn't want you to give me excuses for my behavior. You guys are setting this woman up to fail. That's what you're doing. And I'm being so fucking real here. You're setting her up to fail. Rules are in place to create boundaries. Who gives a fuck if it was a little piece of weed? Next, it'd be a little line. Next, it'd be just a little bit of steroids. You're giving her excuses. And athletes like her. Because people are in the background, the shadows, younger generations, who will be in the next Olympics, who are seeing how the world is pandering to this rule breaker, and they think it's acceptable. Now, if you want to join the conversation, comment, or go to my status on my main page and log in. You can come on anytime. Now, I'm going to play you the video of her. I believe it was NBC she was on. And she was talking too much. The white woman got her talking too much. Yes, she does. And her team, whoever it is allowing it. No one sees the bigger picture here. I do. I see the bigger picture. That's for sure. I for sure see the bigger picture. So let me put it on the screen for everyone, and we can join in together, and we can watch how she is getting failed by her team. How they have allowed her to go on national television and embarrass herself. Look at this white woman right here. The whole time I watched her and the way she looked at this black woman, talk down on this black woman. You got to catch it. Just because you don't call someone a bitch, don't mean you don't think that they're a bitch. Or they're stupid, ignorant. Listen to her. Listen to this interview. It's on the Today Show. I apologize. The Today Show, but listen.
Chanel, thank you. And Sha'Carri Richardson joins us now. Good morning, Sha'Carri. I just want to ask a simple question for.
It starts off by her name. Are you catching the finer details? It starts off by her name, Sha'Carri. Sha'Carri, the way she says it. There's no respect here.
First, how are you doing?
I'm blessed to be alive. That's about it.
This is not easy. This is a hard moment that you're in right now. And I thank you for being on.
Do you see how we're only how many seconds in? 20 seconds in. And she's already pandering to this black woman as if this black woman is a child. A black child that needs a little bit of extra attention. It's deeper than just the marijuana. It's deeper.
And I know you wanted to tell your story. So tell me, what happened? What led up to this positive test?
Just honestly, I want to take responsibility for my actions. I know what I did. I know what I'm supposed to do. I'm allowed not to do, and I still made that decision. But
the way this young black woman is talking as if she's being put in her place, as if she is a child. This young black woman is being put in her place as if she's a child. Whoever her PR team is, whoever the whole goddamn team, they're failing her. Big time. Big time. But continue.
Not making an excuse or looking for any empathy in my case, but just however being in that position of my life, finding out something like that, something that I would say is probably one of the biggest things that have impacted me positively and negatively in my life when it comes to dealing with the relationship I have with my mother. So that definitely was a very heavy topic on me, and people don't understand what it's like to have to. Or people do. We all have our different struggles. We all have our.
Do I have to explain what we're seeing here? Do I have to explain the embarrassment that they have to put her through? She has to be embarrassed to learn a lesson. Do you understand? It's bigger. You're representing America. You represent white people too. It's bigger than just the marijuana.
Different things we deal with, but to put on a face, to have to go in front of the world and put on a face and hide my pain. Like who? I don't know. Who are you, or who am I to tell you how to cope when you're dealing with a pain or you're dealing with a struggle?
I'm TaijhTV, and I'm telling you, you fucked up on dealing with your pain. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I ain't perfect, but you got a lot on the line here. A lot on the line. That's like me smoking a blunt right now, losing my job, the way I provide for my kids. I would be fucking up, right? Or maybe, just maybe, the media People on Facebook, maybe they would tarnish my name because I'm not a black lesbian woman. I'm a black man who loves plenty of vagina. Maybe that's the issue. We'll get to it, though. We'll get to it.
That you've never experienced before, or that you've never thought you would have to deal with. Like, who am I to tell you how to cope? Who am I to tell you that you're wrong for hurting? So I think just honestly, just leading up to that, dealing with my mental health, dealing with my mental as is with leading up to the games. Every time stepping on the track, definitely expected to be a record-breaking time or something like that. So just with that, pressure in itself was also just another thing. With this actually been my first full professional career, my first full professional circuit this year due to the pandemic. So
the whole objective of her going on this news today was to look remorseful. That's not it. If that's what she thought, she's fucking more ignorant than I thought. The object of her going on Today News was to embarrass her. You see, a child can't follow simple rules. Now, is that a little too deep for you? A child can't follow simple rules. You tell your son, your 3-year-old son, don't touch the stove. He touches the stove, he gets burnt. He won't touch the stove again, right? He's not going to touch the stove again because he got burnt. He's going to touch the stove again because you're going to talk shit to him. He doesn't want to hear it. He's going to be embarrassed. You're going to be in a front room somewhere with his grandfather, talking about how little Johnny was stupid enough to touch the stove after you told him not to. Now look at his ass, right?
Just considering all of that put together, long time, my agent, my sponsor, my sponsorship, my family, knowing me dealing with all of this stuff. So,
Sha'Carri, I just want people to understand where you're coming from, and tell me if this is correct. But it was a few days before your big race and the trials. You found out.
You see, the white lady is making the narrative for her. This is the show that Sha'Carri, however you say her name, that's the show that she's remorseful. But the white lady knows this is to embarrass you. This is so that they understand that you won't do this again, at least this year, in the near future. She has to talk to this grown-ass woman like a child. Maybe you're okay with that. Maybe you're okay with that.
That your biological mother had passed away. You found out when a reporter told you, and it was after that you ingested some kind of marijuana. I should mention, you were in Oregon. It's legal in Oregon. You didn't violate any law, but it was against the rules of your sport. And as you said, you knew that. But is that what happened? Is that how this unfolded?
I'll build the narrative for you. Just agree with it. Don't say that you were partying on Juneteenth. They just made it a holiday. It will make you look crazy, but you already look crazy. Whatever. Agree with my narrative. Agree to it. I'm a white woman in America, and I'm a part of the media. I can get you out of this. I can get public sentiment on your side. But you have to follow my lead. I have to embarrass you in order to conform you. It's deeper than just the marijuana.
Honestly, yes, that is the story. I had an interview scheduled with my agent. I knew I was having an interview. I knew going into the interview, I was just thinking it would be a normal interview, and then on the interview to hear that information come from a complete stranger was definitely triggering, was definitely nerve shocking, because it's just like, how are you to tell me that? It's like, and no offense against him at all. He's just doing his job, but definitely that sent me in a state of mind, in a state of emotional panic.
Sha'Carri, Sha'Carri, whatever. You just made yourself look like a fiend. Congratulations. Congratulations. If this was Hot 97, I would have the drop. Congratulations. You played yourself. But it gets worse. It gets worse. Oh, let's go to the comments. Euler says, yeah, her tone of her voice is like she feels superior. He says, fact, she shouldn't be even speaking on that shit. She already put a statement out. She don't owe nobody shit. Exactly. Drew says, Gerald Fisher said, you're said too. Gerald Fisher said, I'm scared to go with him. I don't know. I've went live with Gerald. Gerald, hop on the shit. Go on my my last status and you can hop on. I put the link in there. Gerald says not him, a racist white guy. Okay, for sure. Drew says Gerald Fisher. I'm trying to see that too. Gerald says I found a guy when I searched KKK groups on Facebook, but he wouldn't go live with them. Drew says shake my head. Drew says partying on Juneteenth. Am I lying? Who partied on Juneteenth? That's just what happens. Now let's go to the other half of the interview. And let's hear some more of Sha'Carri at It's Carrie on Twitter talk about her failed drug test. Let's go.
The Olympic officials, the U.S. track and field, the anti-doping agencies now have a decision before them. Unfortunately, you will not be able to compete in the Olympics in your race, your individual race, 100 meters. But there is a chance. It's a small chance, but there's a chance you could go to the Olympics and take part in the relay.
Did you notice after this interview is when they came out and said she can do the relay? Did you notice it? She had to be embarrassed. She had to be put in her place. She had to be broken down to be built up. Maybe she'll understand them next time. If she doesn't, her career will be over. But she has to understand that she doesn't just represent her last name, herself, black people. She represents this country. This country is majority white still. We haven't gotten to the part yet where blacks and Mexicans are ruling the whites. No. They're just pandering to us. But we're not there yet. Let's not let the smooth taste of white people fool you. They're still the majority. They're still the majority in power where it matters the most. She has to embarrass her so they can pull the strings to at least get her to participate in the relay.
You hopeful for that? Is that what you're holding out hope for at this moment?
Right now, I'm just putting all of my time and energy into dealing with what I need to deal with to heal myself.
Can you tell someone's whispering to her in the back there? She's looking dead at him. They're telling her what to say. She's looking dead at him.
So if I'm allowed to receive that blessing, then I'm grateful for it. But if not right now, I'm going to just focus on myself.
What would your message be to those who are considering that right now, who are thinking about that?
What will your message be to the elites of this country who put their fucking necks out for you? What would your message be? That would have been the more appropriate question that I would have loved. Didn't happen, but I know what you meant.
And to your fans, who have fallen in love with you and were so proud of your performance and maybe crushed just as you are in that moment, what would you want to say to them?
I would like to say to my fans and my family, my sponsorship, to...
You see how she lent for it on sponsorship? Oh, she needs that money. My sponsorship. You see that? She needs that money. She knows what it is.
The haters too. I apologize as much as I'm disappointed. I know that when I swim on the track, I don't represent myself. I represent a community that has shown me great support, great love, And
You represent America. What are you not getting? Say it. That's what they want to hear.
to y'all,
You want to know the crazy shit? If she probably said that, which I don't know if she did say it or not, like off air or to the right people, but if she probably would have said that right now, she'd probably be running all events, not just half the events she had planned.
I told y'all, and so I apologize for the fact that I didn't know how to control my emotions or deal with my emotions during that time. And when I would just leave with my fans, or I would just leave out there, is that, like I tweeted and said yesterday, I'm human. We're human. My statement, what I always say in my interviews, I want to be as transparent as possible with you guys, whether it's good, whether it's bad. But when it comes to Sha'Carri Richardson, it's never been a steroid. It will never be a steroid attached to the name Sha'Carri Richardson.
No one is worried about a fucking steroid. The whole reason with your long ass eyelashes and your blonde hair and your Nike sweatsuit, the only reason why you're standing there in that dark corner is over weed. Where the fuck is she getting steroids from? Oh, it's a fucking stupid fuck on her team that's mouthing words for her to say, who's leading her down dark, treacherous roads. Ugh.
The charge and what the situation was marijuana. I'm not encouraging anybody to do it. I'm not saying, oh, don't do it or anything like that. But if you choose to do things in your personal time or things like that, you just should know, all right, beware of the consequences, or just know, or just find different ways to just cope or do what it is that will make you feel better. But
yeah, I'm not telling you to do it, to not do it. Just do something that makes you cope to feel better. The fuck? Who's leading you down this treachery road? Treacherous, I should say. Treacherous road. I'm embarrassed for her. I really am. And a lot of you sharing this on Facebook, acting like, oh, well, she took up, she took it up, she manned up to it, blah, 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 blah. No, she had to kiss the right white ass to be in that Olympics. She did what Daddy told her to do. Did I go too far? I'm not done yet.
Sitting here, I just say, don't judge me, because I am human. I'm you. I just happen to run a little faster. I understand there's going to be people that still have
White woman got a nice chuckle out of that.
something to say that don't necessarily understand. And I wouldn't even call them haters if they want to choose to show their character of a person, even after me saying what I've said, and putting myself out there, then that's just on you, your character, and you
No, my character's fine.
have to live with that. But I greatly appreciate being able to tell my side of the story. And like I said, to my fans, my family, my sponsorship, and the haters, I greatly apologize if I let you guys down, and I did.
What about America?
And I just want to let y'all know this will be the last time the Olympics don't cheat Sha'Carri Richardson, and this will be the last time the U.S. Doesn't come home with a gold medal in 100. And I feel
Sha'Carri.
lines up against me.
Sha'Carri, before I let you go, I think about you and the highs and lows that you've had to deal with, and your dream came true. You dazzled everybody with your performance, but also your words, your hug for your grandma. You've been through so much, and we'll see what happens and what this decision is.
She's telling her, we'll see what happens with this decision. Did you make them happy? Did you appease them? Obviously, she halfway did. Obviously. This is at 5:30 in the morning today. Really didn't come down to about 8 in the morning, 10 in the morning. It's all because she wouldn't tell them. I'm sorry I let America down. She failed. She failed this. She got a D plus. Actually, let me say she didn't fail. She got a D plus. But I'm not done yet. I'm not gonna lie. This white woman right here, I would bang the shit out of her. I'm not gonna lie to you right there. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm not done. Was that too much? Was that too much? I heard a lot of people caping for her, and this is for everybody who was caping for her. Hold on. Euler says, only time America gives black people a little bit of respect is when we run and fuck America. Gerald says, the same motherfuckers making the decisions doing way more than her. Euler says, does her record still count? Not the record at the event. That does not count. They took that shit away. Yes, Gerald, the same motherfuckers making the decisions are doing way more than her. They're the ones who make the rules. You're only above the law if you make the law. That's just a fact. It's a fact. But a lot of people who are supporters, staunch supporters of Sha'Carri, they said, well, there was a white woman 2 weeks ago. She was doing steroids and blamed it on Park. I don't hear anybody talking about that. Well, there's a reason. There's a reason why people aren't talking about that. Because you got to understand, the way white people think is different. Way different than blacks. Black people are emotional. White people are about business. She did steroids. She's no good for business. Simple. That's why you didn't hear about it. But I am going to show you what they did to her. Now, remember, Sha'Carri got 1 month ban, just 1 month, for smoking weed. Just 1 month. She still has her sponsorships, the big one with Nike. We're going to get to that as well. I have a lot to say about this. This isn't just about the weed. It's a ripple effect. It's ripple effect. Gerald says 100. Yola says that's a fact. Got to make the rules, baby. Yes, you got to make the rules. I'm going to go to this white woman that people were complaining about and saying that, oh my God, she did steroids. The media coverage wasn't on her like that. It was. It's just white people think differently. That's why you didn't hear about it. They didn't give a fuck. As soon as she got tested positive for steroids, they didn't give a fuck anymore about her. Black people, we do things a little different. Oh, march for Sha'Carri. You have to march in honor of her. They would never do this to a white woman. We're a little more sensitive than whites. Shelby Hallahan, and this is per TMZ, arguably the USA's best female runner, is insisting she is not a cheater, despite a recent positive steroid test. Yes, you are a cheater. You are a cheater, but the good thing is no one cares. The 28-year-old Olympian spelled it out in a social media post Monday, explaining she believes she's been wrongfully hit with a 4-year suspension. Yes, she got suspended for 4 fucking years. Not 30 days. 4 fucking years. Do I have to read any more? She lost sponsorship and all that, yada, yada, yada. She got suspended for 4 fucking years, not 30 days. You know why? Because white people don't give a fuck. It's business. You made us look bad. Get the fuck out of here. See, we're a little emotional. We're a little emotional. Gerald with the laughing emoji. Euler with the laughing emoji. God damn, she gonna be in her 30s. Yeah, her Olympic career is over, essentially. Well, Taj, what about Michael Phelps? He did steroids and he smoked weed. He's never tested positive for any of the two. Do you understand? He got caught hitting a bong. He never got caught with steroids. I don't know where this fucking lie is coming from. He got caught hitting a bong, and his suspension was still longer than Sha'Carri's. Still longer. Matter of fact, let's put it up. Don't listen to me. Read it up. Read it up. Michael Phelps, the incident that led Phelps to losing sponsorship deals. Sha'Carri didn't lose any. And a USA Swimming suspended him from competition for 3 months and withdrew its financial support. Phelps never tested positive. Never tested positive. Back in the day, bongs were used for smoking tobacco. He could have said that. He could have fought this. He could have beat this. They made him a catalyst, stripped him from everything that year, took away millions and millions and millions of dollars over the weed. 3 months. She got 1. Now, you have to understand the difference here on why he got to do the Olympics and she didn't. He didn't get caught until after the Olympics. Sha'Carri's timing is just horrible. However, the swimmer suspension was in February of 2009. 6 months after the 2008 Olympics. 6 fucking months. The Tokyo Olympics began in 3 weeks, July 23rd. If Richardson is banned, she will miss the game. Marijuana? This is ridiculous if true. Sha'Carri deserves better. Look at him. Look at him, dude. They just cape for her. Cape for her. According to the World Anti-Doping Agency, athletes can be suspended for up to 2 years for testing positive for marijuana. So who's really doing Sha'Carri wrong? Who's doing her wrong? She did herself wrong. This ain't a white show or a black show. What'd I tell you? Rules are rules. Rules are motherfucking rules. But I'm not done yet. You see, because Nike, and a lot of you guys have posted this on your Facebooks, Nike has stood up for their girl. Sha'Carri. Stood up for her. How many gold medals does Sha'Carri have? Can someone Google that who's watching? How many Olympic gold medals? Because this is going to come to my point in a second. How many does she have? Let me put on the screen. Nike responds to Sha'Carri Richardson's 1-month suspension for a positive marijuana test. Let me pull it up on the screen. You know, people, you guys are so quick to jump to the race when Sha'Carri is the one getting the least of the charges. Or discipline, I should say, not charges. Eula says she, the money pot, she needs some good people around her. Yes. Yes. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to share on the screen the Nike, what Nike had to say. Many of you seen what Nike had to say, but I'm going to put it on there. See, you had Michael Phelps, who was dropped by Nike, by the way. That other chick, I forgot her name already, the one who got the 4-year suspension, dropped by her sponsors. Sha'Carri, on the other hand, she's good to go. Sha'Carri Richardson accepted a 1-month, here we go again, accepted, she knew she fucked up, accepted a 1-month suspension after testing positive for marijuana. As much as I'm disappointed, I know that when I step on the track, I don't just represent myself. I represent a community, yada, yada, yada. You've seen that. Let's get to what Nike had to say. I want to get to Nike had to say. Nike says, we appreciate Sha'Carri's honesty and accountability and will continue to support her through this time. Her biggest sponsor is not going anywhere. Her biggest sponsor is not going anywhere. Why? What makes her so fucking special? Now, if you go back to 2018, 2019, and I remembered this. See, a lot of people aren't going to bring this up, but TaijhTV is going to bring it up to you. I'm going to put on the screen a bona fide track star, black woman. I think she has 8 gold medals. Olympic gold medals, I believe. I'm going to put it on the screen, and I'm going to show you what Nike did to her for way less. Allison Felix. Does the name ring bells? Allison Felix. Gold medalist, track star in her own right. Nike. This is in 2019. But I believe this happened to Felix in 2018. She did come out and she did pretty much protest against Nike. Not a lot of people backed her. I shared it on my Facebook because I thought it was fucked up what Nike was doing to her. Not a lot of people gave a fuck, though. You know why? Because it didn't have to do with self-loathing. It didn't. It had to do with the black family. I'll break it down in a second. Nike removes contract reduction for pregnant athletes after backlash. Nike has expanded its policy on athletes' pregnancy for 18 months. Nike executive vice president of global sports marketing, John Slusher, issued a letter to the company-sponsored athletes this week detailing changes that have been made to their respective contracts in an effort to support them through pregnancy. Wow. They were reducing their checks if those women, black women, got pregnant. Nike was going after the black family. This is just bigger than marijuana. Are you ready for that conversation, though? Maybe not. Maybe you are. Maybe you are. Let's get to what Felix has to say. Because I shared this on my Facebook. No one gave a fuck back then. No one gave a fuck. Allison Felix, the most decorated female Olympic track and field star. The most decorated. So Sha'Carri has nothing on her. She went public to the New York Times about her own contract dispute with Nike after becoming a mother in December 2018. Last month, Felix officially moved on from her 7-year relationship with the company and signed a multi-year deal with Athleta, a women's apparel company owned by Gap, that assured her compensation during maternity. Wow, the most decorated track and field person. Let's see what she looks like. That's her. That's what she looks like. A black woman. She doesn't have the wild hair, the long nails, and she's not a lesbian. She's a black woman that wanted to start a black family. And Nike held 70% of her contract. They reduced her contract by 70% then. They talked about dropping her while she was pregnant. She just asked Nike if in the months following her birth, if they can give her a little leeway to get back in shape. You know what Nike told her? No. So let me ask you this out there. If you're really paying attention and you're keeping up with this, does Nike hate the black family? Do they? Do they? Do they hate the black family? You see, they're willing to go out of their way for the black lesbian woman who won't reproduce kids, who doesn't want the black husband, or any husband of that matter. Now, I have nothing against gays, but I'm breaking it down to you so you can see this. It's a bigger picture than just the marijuana. It's a bigger picture. You have the most decorated female track and field athlete who is a black woman getting contracts reduced 70%. Being told that they would not wait on her to rehab her body after birth. And they threatened to drop her from her contract. But the woman who's out here who can't even follow a simple rule of not smoking weed until the Olympics are over, they're praising her. They know she's not going to have a family, traditional family, I'll say. So I asked, does Nike fucking hate the black family? Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Eula says, now you're podding, fam. Thanks, bro. Gerald says they dropped her because of her baby. Eula says, break it down, brother. Gerald says, that was my girl. Eula said, ooh, yeah, she was the truth. Flojo was dope. Flojo was dope. I'm telling you. Eula said, talk your shit, Taj. I'm trying. This is what I was thinking all day. You see, when I'm not going after T-Rail and shit, people don't want to hear this. But this is shit that really gets me going. Because I see the bigger picture. This is why I get so frustrated, so aggy about small shit, and people just be like, oh, well, Taj is just doing too much. You're thinking too much. No. I'm thinking just right. This is why. I see the bigger picture here. Now, I told you this ain't a black show or a white show, but in this situation, I see the bigger picture. And it's crazy that no one else sees this. So I hope if you're watching this, you see this, and you can break it down how you break it down. But I'm telling you, this is bigger than just the marijuana. This is way bigger. Right now, I'm going to play a song. I'm going to play my boy Clinch again. And I'm going to come back for Bill. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to play a song. I'm not going to fucking play a song. Wolf of Wall Street. We're going to get straight to Bill Cosby. All I can say is, Sha'Carri, I wish you well. Felix, I wish you well. America, I wish you well during the Olympics. That's all I'll say on that. I'm just going to play a video. I'm going to play a video of Bill Cosby. I'm not going to harp on it. If you know me, you know how I feel. Bill Cosby is a sexual creature, a predator. He's a predator. Yes, he is. I'm not going to call him a sexual predator, but he's a predator. You see, he loved doing dope, and he loved having sex with women who were also doing dope. He's a piece of shit. So are the women. He's not the only one. I'm not even going to play you the video. I'm just gonna off the top this. Am I happy overall that Bill Cosby is out of prison? I am. Because he didn't force them to get high. They wanted to. And they came back for more. That doesn't down what he did and what he was about. He took things too far. But calling this just his fault is ridiculous. They trapped him, honeypotted him, baited him to the point of where he knew what his fantasies were, and he wanted his fantasies every time he busted a nut. I forget the exact term with having sex with women that are asleep, but there's a term for it. There's a thing for it. That's the thing he has. And I hope he goes and gets treatment. Now, did he get lucky? He did. He's out. Welcome home. I respect you, but you are a piece of shit, Bill Cosby. You are a piece of shit. I don't want you to die in prison. I never did. I never thought you should have went to prison in the first place. Your dirty laundry, in which you did sign off on when you gave her the testimony in the civil suit, which they used against you and they shouldn't have, and that's why you're out right now. But your testimony proves that you're a piece of shit. but you're a black man in America, and you are taught what you're taught by others. That's all I'll say. Bill Cosby, get treatment, get well. For his victims, pretty sure he's going to see all of you in court. You're all getting sued. Pennsylvania, you're all getting sued. Everybody who ran this story, you're all getting sued. This old 84-year-old black man is going to sue the shit out of you. He's going to die the next day, but he'll be happy when he dies. He'll be happy when he dies. That's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. And that's all I'm going to say about Bill Cosby. That's all I'm going to say. All right, everybody. I hope you have been entertained. I hope you have been educated in some aspect of this. I want you to think bigger, broader, more open. Thank you for watching. Euler, Drew, Gerald, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. I appreciate you commenting on this content. You guys have been great. Take it easy. Peace out, and I'll catch you later.